Could it really be possible sleeping better helped this 68-year-old grandmother lose 84 pounds along with diet and exercise? Dear watcher, imagine going to bed every night and having the same nightmare of being buried alive. Only to get up and realize this nightmare is your everyday, waking reality. As 284 pounds of fat slowly squeezes your organs, compresses your lungs, and eventually, cuts your life short. And although Terry, a 68-year-old grandmother of 17, shared with me how her weight, these nightmares and that accident had her convinced she'd never get to spend another Thanksgiving with her family. Terry told me that every morning she now wakes up, she thanks God for sparing her life. Because what happened after she nearly fell asleep at the wheel to landing in the emergency room quickly turned her life down a completely different and alternate path. And although her story is shocking to hear, I've been given permission to share it with you because out of this near-fatal tragedy, led to an eye-opening discovery that not only spared Terry's life, but could rescue yours as well. A crazy discovery that led to a powerful pre-bedtime ritual that allowed her body to release 84 pounds of disease-causing fat, faster than any one of her family members, friends, and even us here at Golden After 50 could have ever imagined. Going from this, to this below, while saving Terry from a prison sentence of prescription medications, and life-ending complications associated with this amount of weight gain, and erasing any doubts that she'd get to spend another Thanksgiving with her family. It's the same pre-bedtime ritual that has many scientists and research departments realizing is the biggest and most glaring missing piece of the puzzle when it comes to permanent and sustainable weight loss. But you see, not only did she lose over 84 pounds, her confidence was restored along with her independence for many more years to come. Yet that's not all. A close family member of one of our team members, Michael, who struggled with losing and gaining weight his whole life, followed this same pre-bedtime ritual and shockingly lost 47 pounds of fat while trimming 7 inches off his waist. And to this day, hasn't gained a single pound of it back as he enjoys his new fat-burning metabolism that now burns through any one of his favorite foods like chili and nachos, carrot cake, or his wife's spaghetti and meatballs. And as normal as it might feel for Terry, Michael, and others we've helped in person to continually experience these same types of sweat-free results every day, this pre-bedtime fat-burning ritual that Terry told me in private she credits to saving her life is still so different than anything else you've seen or tried because it cuts right to the heart of why it's so hard to lose weight and keep it off. So whether you believe in plain dumb luck, God's plan or something else, uncovering this successful pre-bedtime ritual that saved Terry's life has filled my heart with the responsibility to share this with others. So believe me, if you or someone you know has 10, 20 or 30 plus pounds to remove and are dealing with fistfuls of belly fat, plus the complications that come with this weight gain like high blood pressure, cholesterol and more, this simple, yet powerful pre-bedtime ritual will revitalize your metabolism as your other health markers fall back into line. Because this ritual is so far removed from anything that has to do with dieting, exercise, weight loss pills, shakes, detoxes and more. If you are interested buying the product, then check out the link in description box. You will get lot of bonuses. On bending knee, you have my word everything else will pale in comparison because it's so different. Yet it has to do with the one thing we all share as human beings on earth that triggers a domino effect of weight loss and a resurrection in your metabolism. while potentially tacking on more quality years to your life. However, when this first domino fails to fall, the academic papers make it obvious that slimming down and toning up become an impossible uphill battle, like hiking up Mount Everest blindfolded. And it won't matter how much you diet or sweat, as your belly will continue to grow, your immune system will falter, and many everyday health issues like erratic blood sugar problems, hypertension, and even dementia start to rear their ugly heads. Now I'll be sharing more about this with you in just a second. But first, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm George Cook from Golden After 50, and our sole mission is to help men and women like Terry in need when nothing else has worked. And although we've been on the cutting edge of numerous methods that help your body lose weight no matter your age or genetics, every piece of research and solution would lead back to the same problem. These methods would essentially bully the fat off your body. And just like a bully in real life who picks on the little guy for too long, it's only a matter of time before he or she fights back, and the weight originally lost comes roaring back with unstoppable force. That's why if you tally up all our successful clients and the pounds they've lost over the years, which would number in the tens of thousands, all of our research, all of our methods, nothing comes close to this breakthrough you'll have access to in the next couple of minutes. Because what I'm about to reveal and what you're about to hear with your own ears cuts through the noise and right to the heart of the matter by adding back this missing piece of the puzzle that solves the underlying true cause of all the weight you've gained, and a metabolism that's been on permanent vacation. Just read this life-changing quick article before we're forced to pull it down, and give it a shot. And if you don't notice 1-2 pounds gone overnight, then we'll happily ship you a box of our most popular health and fitness programs at no charge. Yet, we don't believe it will ever come to that. Because this biologically safe, pre-bedtime method has University of Chicago scientists and Harvard-level researchers believing this could be a once-in-a-lifetime generational solution, and are appropriately calling this phenomena that happens when you follow this 10-second ritual before bed, the missing fat loss piece of the puzzle. Because once inserted, will trigger a ripple effect of change that instructs your metabolism to chew through body fat, even if it's been there for years, while your weight gain defenses strengthen. Your metabolism is renewed and your health and appearance seem to age in reverse. All without removing and replacing certain foods in your diet and without having to be in a gym every day. Now if you seem a bit skeptical, I completely understand. Yet I can promise you, just like these other men and women you see here who've enjoyed their own body fat loss transformation, to keep watching. Because it doesn't matter if you're young or in your golden years. If you have 10 pounds you'd like to lose, or 100 pounds, or if you feel like you're always on some type of diet and exercise program, yet nothing has permanently worked. This missing piece of the puzzle at night will have your metabolism firing on all cylinders and your weight gain defenses on high alert to prevent any more unnecessary fat storage. Now don't take it from me. We've been able to replicate these results in hundreds of others in person and thousands online because what you're about to discover is soaked in science and real-world research as indicated by professors, scientists and medical doctors from the National Sleep Foundation, Cornell Medical, and the University of Chicago. Get this one thing right each night before bed, and wake up at least 1-2 pounds lighter the next morning. It's the closest you'll come to sweat-free results regardless of your genetics or age. So if you know you've been doing everything you can, like watching what you eat and trying to be more active, yet none of this has worked for you long term, and the scale every year seems to head north, believe me, this is not your fault and you're definitely not alone. Because dieting and exercise is nothing but a band-aid fix for the real underlying cause of this type of weight gain. We promise, follow this ritual before bed, and as you sleep, this age-proof weight loss mechanism will quietly awaken within and begin gobbling up pounds of fat. In fact, you might have enjoyed this powerful fat loss mechanism during your youth and early 20s. When sleeping wasn't a problem and you could be more lenient with your diet and food choices. Because you see, Terry wasn't always this overweight. In fact, she was an athlete growing up. A scratch golfer and the captain of her field hockey team in college, but as time went on and she had her 6 children, life took a turn for the worse. And with these series of traumatic events came the stress and a change in her body like many. However, not until her late 40s did it seem like her metabolism went on vacation never to return. As her legs, hips and stomach began to inflate like a child blowing into a balloon. And over time, the fatty deposits that gripped her lower half made her feel like she was walking in deep sand with 20-pound weights attached to her ankles. And all she could see was her youth, her energy, and independence running away from her in the distance. Terry told me one day in private how she began avoiding the mirror, even while she got dressed. Then began avoiding the public because she could feel the piercing eyes of others staring and judging. And it's not like Terry didn't try to change her destiny. But every single attempt, every single diet she tried that was recommended by one of her 6 children would end in failure. And she'd gain any weight that she lost back again. Soon, the few nice clothes that she did love were placed in the attic because she was 30 pounds too big to fit in them anymore, as her energy levels and stamina rested on E, and no amount of coffee could bring them back to life. Her blood pressure slowly was close to boiling over and her triglycerides became so thick and heavy that her blood turned to sludge as the circulation in her body slowed and her extremities turned to icicles. Days spent playing with her grandkids on the floor were gone. Normal chores around the house that she'd breezed through slowed to a snail's pace. And the crushing fatigue from this shallow, nightmarish sleep soon sunk its teeth down deep into her bones. It's a big reason why Terry struggled so mightily and just decided to give up and give in, as the hope that she'd have the chance to spend more holidays with her family all but vanished from her dreams. Simply by missing out on this magical fat loss dream state each night was the #1 reason her body gained 84 pounds of fat that was so hard to get rid.